countdown to the elections of the Nigerian Bar Association scheduled for the 30th and 31st of this month, and the candidates say they are ready. On this edition of the program, we talk to the two presidential candidates to get their views about the electoral process so far and what lawyers can look forward to if they succeed in clinching the votes. The president of the NBA and the Electoral Committee have again given the assurance that the process will be credible. Hello and welcome to the program. I am Shola Shiyeli. Let's begin straight away with our chat with the man who has a vision to build a brave new bar. A.B. Mahmood was called to the bar in 1980. He's been in the legal profession for 36 years. He served the country as Director of Prosecution, Solicitor General and Attorney General of Kano State at different times. He's been chairman of the Kano branch of the NBA for 2 terms, and he's also served the national body in various other capacities. He's currently the Pro-Chancellor of Kano State University of Science and Technology. He's also the second Vice President of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, among other positions. And it's all this experience that he seeks to bring to the leadership of the bar. Is he comfortable with the e-voting process of the elections?
I think the electoral process is unique in many ways. First is obviously the first time we're trying it on such a scale. And so definitely there'll be a lot of concerns, legitimate concerns. And we ourselves on our team, we have expressed similar concerns. First about the integrity of the process, whether in terms of internal threats, in terms of somebody manipulating the process internally, or in terms of external threats. But we've been given assurances that enough investments has been made in terms of getting a robust infrastructure and also in terms of securing the process. Now, we recognize also the advantage of applying technology at this sort of, in this sort of process because it has the advantage of reaching to many people. We have about 26,000 registered members of the NBA who can vote. It's impossible to bring them under one roof for them to participate in the electoral process. So applying technology really gives access. It democratizes the process and it can introduce elements of greater transparency. So we are happy with it and we think that the NBA has invested enough resources and obviously given the assurances that we've been given, we don't have any major doubt that those handling the process will be doing so professionally.
So whatever the outcome of the election is, you're going to be fine with it?
Obviously, we'll be monitoring the process and we will be trusting that it will be executed properly. So if that is the case, we will have no reason to doubt the outcome. And I hope that nobody else will doubt the outcome.
I've seen your manifesto, but in terms of specifics, why should young lawyers vote for you?
We have come up with very clear strategies on the issues, on how to deal with the issues facing young lawyers. We recognize, one, by far a greater majority in terms of numbers. They probably constitute approximately 60% of the membership of the NBA. So obviously they're a huge constituency. And many of them, we've spoken with them. They are dissatisfied with what is happening in the legal profession, broadly speaking. So, and we see this as a major threat to the future of the legal profession. We understand if we have a large number of disaffected members, then we obviously have a major challenge. So we've come up with these very clear, specific programs that aim to address their interests and concerns in the immediate term, in the medium term, and in the long term. So the immediate and medium term are really aimed at expanding opportunities, creating more employment opportunities in the legal market, and equipping them with the capacity to access what we call the modern legal market. And so a lot of programs are going to be aimed at exposing them to new skills, the new skills that they will need to really align themselves with the needs of with the modern legal market in Nigeria and across the continent. So hopefully they will understand this vision and they will appreciate the need to do this. and align themselves with our programs and support our quest for the leadership. The longer term measures really have to do with looking at education curriculum in the universities and the law school, and really modernizing that and training better lawyers, better in the sense that they have the skills and the new knowledge that is needed in a new global environment.
What about other lawyers? Talking about welfare, why should they vote for you?
Well, hopefully, when you talk about welfare, sometimes there is a huge expectations on what the MBA can do, quite understandably so. But what we hope to do is to get law firms to really take on greater responsibility in terms of how they deal with their younger people, their younger members of the bar, try to ensure that they have decent working environment, decent terms of employment, and decent opportunities. And if the law firms can be persuaded to do that and can be encouraged to do that, and the Bar Association can come up with innovative programs that generally address the issues of capacity and opportunities, then we think that the future is bright for our younger members of the profession.
There's this allegation in some quarters that you're a candidate who is being coerced to run by some powerful clique in the NBA. I'm talking about the clique that got off the former governor of Delta State, James Ibori, on similar charges that he was convicted in the UK. What would be your response to those who say that you're a reluctant candidate and you're being coerced to run by a powerful clique?
I think that is just mischief that have been introduced, with the sole object of maligning some of us. And first of all, I don't operate on the basis of cliques. Anybody who knows me in the legal profession knows that. Secondly, I've never been part of any team that defended James Ibori. In fact, if anything, I've represented the federal government in at least one proceeding involving application for enforcement of fundamental rights by the former governor, and that is the only proceeding I've been associated with, or my firm has ever appeared in. So for people to cook up all of this is just to bring about some unnecessary confusion into the process. This election, we have campaigned on the basis of the issues, the vision of the Nigerian Bar Association we want to see, and we've come up with a clear agenda, and people should talk to us on the basis of that agenda. No clique can manipulate the MBA, and no clique can manipulate me. So, and the idea that I'm a reluctant candidate, I don't know where that is coming from. I've run this election. First I indicated interest in 2002. I ran against Chief Bayojo and Mr. J.B. Daudu in 2004. And so where's the reluctance coming from? So I think our members should ignore all of these issues, focus on the candidates, focus on the programs that they have come up with, and I believe we've come up with superior programs and superior ideas of what we need to do. The vision of the Bar Association, we want to promote our 4 areas of emphasis in our campaign: regulation of the bar, representation of our members' interests, re-engineering of the MBA itself to make it more efficient and more effective, and public interest, promotion of public interest, issues of promoting a clean judiciary. These are the core areas of our campaign, and they're not based on any particular interests. The Bar Association cannot be run by a clique. I think we're too enlightened for that to happen. And I do hope that our members do not buy into this cheap propaganda.